Hey, change agents. Good morning. My name is Tracy B. Allen. I am the owner of TVA Consulting, where we help our clients develop the systems and processes needed to build and grow profitable, sustainable, and compliant infrastructures so that they can achieve their mission and realize their vision, but most of all, so that they can create impact within the community. So today we're talking about strategic planning. Why is strategic planning so important? Why is it essential that you have a great strategic plan? Why is it essential that you even create one? So, what is a strategic plan? A strategic plan is a document that outlines your organization's goals and the action steps that you're going to take to achieve it. That's basically it. So, what's the difference between a strategic plan and a business plan? A business plan does something similar, but it is the sounding board to your strategic plan. So the goals that you set in your business plan are the goals that you're going to pull out to create your strategic plan. So yes, they're similar, but they're definitely not the same thing because a strategic plan is more details, is a step-by-step guide as to how you're going to achieve those goals. You skate over it in your business plan, but in your strategic plan, you're going to take the time to truly outline how you're going to achieve every single one of your goals and who's going to be responsible for achieving those goals and the time frame in which it should be achieved. Okay, so let's get started. This can literally be a whole 2 or more hours of a presentation, but I'm going to try my best to give it all to you. Just a brief overview, of course, of what a strategic plan is in about 10 minutes. So the first thing is a strategic plan allows you to be proactive versus reactive. What does that mean? When you sit down with your facilitator, and yes, you do need a facilitator, and we'll talk about why in another episode this week, because this whole week is dedicated to strategic planning. When you sit down with your facilitator and your key people in your organization, you're going to really dig deep into what's going on in your organization and what things you can come up against later on in the organization so that you can create a plan to deal with it before it actually happens. So it's like, what's going on now? No one knew that we were going to have COVID-19, but every business should have a disaster plan. And part of that disaster plan, one of the things in the disaster plan is a natural disaster or a some type of medical emergency, which this kind of goes under that category. So if you had a disaster plan within your strategic plan, you would know how to deal with this. So things like that is what you want to do in your strategic plan. You want to think outside the box, like way outside the box. What could possibly happen if you live in a tornado, a state that gets a lot of tornadoes? If a tornado hits, what happens? What is your plan of action? Where are the documents for your insurance company? Who's going to call the insurance company? Do we have a list of everything that we own? Do we have pictures? Where is that going to be stored? Because if our computers get destroyed, then where do we go to get the information? So it's completely detailed. And like I said, I can go on and on for times about exactly what you should do, but basically allows you to be proactive versus reactive. So you're not left going, so how are we going to deal with this, right? Because you already know how you're going to deal with it because you already thought that this could possibly happen, even though it may never happen, and you created some type of structure. It may not be perfect, but it's some type of structure in order to deal with the situation. Okay, so the next reason for getting a strategic plan or having a strategic planning session is it helps you to create your market share and profitability. Part of a strategic plan is doing some deep market analysis and competitive analysis. So you know what is going on in your industry, who's doing what, how they're doing it, and how they're making their money and what they're charging for those services so that you can stay competitive. By doing that, you are securing your market share and you are creating profitability for yourself as long as you take the actions that you put in your strategic plan. So that is another reason why you would want to have a strategic plan. I'm talking in-depth market analysis that you do during your, if you hire a facilitator, you take the time to really do strategic planning for your organization, not just a one-off facilitation, right? So the next thing is a roadmap to success of the business or your organization, because businesses, whether you're a for-profit or nonprofit, you need to be doing a strategic plan. So it is the roadmap, because like I said, it is a step-by-step guide as to how you are going to achieve the goals that your organization has set. So whatever goals you say you're going to, that you want to achieve this year. So if you said you want the organization to make $500,000 in profit, how are you going to make that $500,000? So you need to sit down and come up with the products and services that you're going to offer, and whatever other streams of income that are going to be coming in, so that you know exactly how you're going to make this money. If someone leaves your company, the person coming in should be able to just pick up the document and move forward, because it should be that detailed. It is a literal roadmap to the success of your business or organization. Again, disaster planning. You get sick, you die. I mean, I know it sounds morbid, but anything can happen. You lose your key person, you need to hire someone else. You don't have a whole bunch of time to train people. You need to have that strategic plan in place so someone else can walk in and take over. Okay, the next thing is helps you establish the steps to sustainability. So if you have a roadmap to success and you are implementing the strategies to get to your financial goals and your infrastructure goals and whatever other goals that you have set for your organization, then sustainability is almost a given, right? As long as you stick to it, you do your evaluations, you reassess, and you re-implement after your reassessment and sitting with your committee, then there's no reason why you should not attain sustainability, because that is the whole goal, is to make sure that your company or your organization is sustainable for the long haul, right? The next thing, or the last thing, is it increases operational efficiency. So like I said, it makes sure that everyone in your organization knows what they're supposed to be doing, when they're supposed to be doing it, how they're supposed to get it done, and what the outcomes of that action should be. So they can actually do self-assessments while you also do assessment, because there should be a specified outcome. If that outcome is not achieved, then we need to figure out why. So these are just a few of the reasons why you should have a strategic plan for your business or your nonprofit organization. It doesn't matter which one you're in. A strategic plan is an essential component to your success. So if you want to work with us, which I don't understand why you wouldn't want to, right? And you want to create a strategic plan. I do strategic planning facilitation, where I will sit with your organization. We'll go through all of these steps. We create a whole plan for the strategic planning process and get it done. It is not a cheap venture. I'm never going to tell you that, but it's a venture worth taking. It will bring so much clarity to your business and organization and set you on the path to actually being successful. If you want to get in contact with me, go to tracyvallen.com, and you can send me a message through my website, or you can email me at tracy@tracyvallen.com. But strategic planning, the benefits of strategic planning far outweighs the cost. And no, a strategic plan cannot replace a business plan. You must have both. You need to have the business plan first, and from the business plan, you can take elements from there to create your strategic plan. But a strategic plan, if you're serious about success, again, remember, strategic plan is an essential component of any business. So thank you for joining me, Change Agents. And remember, There's someone in your community waiting for the services that you offer, and it is your responsibility to make sure that you get it right. Have a wonderful day.